What is up, guys? It is Jake from Sleepy in Savannah today doing a video on a USPSA match breakdown that I shot back in January. Now, I know I promised you guys this video back in January. Unfortunately, work got in the way, plus my procrastination, and I'm really sorry delivering it a month late, but honestly, still excited to break it down, and please forgive me. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay guys, welcome back. So what you see at the top here is my overall performance. So of the, I believe, 57 people who shot this match, I placed 30. However, all my rankings that will show up on the subsequent stages, so how I placed in the stages, will be out of the 29 people who shot carry optics. So what we got at the top here is like what percentage I placed overall in the 64.76 percentile, the points I scored, the total time for all the stages combined, the division, which is carry optics, class. I'm actually U. I'm unclassified because if you look over at the member number, I have a member number, so I kind of entered that in wrong. My power factor is minor. I shot 71 A zones, 16 C zones, and 2 D zones. I won't get into that. But honestly, I'm really happy. So for me, this match was one of my best performances ever. So I really was super stoked with how I did. And I got a little lucky. So this first stage here, which I'll play, was a mulligan I got. I forgot exactly what it was, but there was some sort of procedural that went wrong and they let me reshoot it. So I just kind of threw this in for fun. But basically, I got to approach my first stage already warmed up and I'd already shot it once. So let's get into it. Let's just kind of play through the video.
Stand by.
Yeah, that's got to be calibrated.
So you can see my buddy there kind of talking. I went with two of my buddies from work. So the steel wasn't falling. That's what it was. I'm sorry. It's been a minute and a lot has happened since this competition. So I was just trying to get to the next clip. Oops. Basically, what I am looking at here on this stage, sorry, I was kind of battling that because I wanted to point out to stuff. So the way I kind of approached this stage is I wanted to shoot from 3 primary firing positions. So the first one would be up here on the right where I went first. You guys saw me move into that position on the first go around where I did this. Then shoot in the middle between that, kind of straddling that barrier there in the middle, and then moving here to the left. Since I'm a righty, honestly, if the stage was set up differently, I usually like to move right or left to right, but since the targets were very visible from the starting position, you had to start where I'm standing right now. I decided to move into position here on the right, then move to that center position, moving right to left, which for those of you who don't know, righties, that poses a challenge, moving right to left, and it would be the opposite way for lefties because you have to keep the gun down range, so you kind of run with the weapon. You can't run with it pointed at your feet because you'll break the 180 rule, which is very important in these competitions. You'll DQ. I haven't DQ'd yet, knock on wood, but that's always my primary goal, not to DQ. So looking at the stats, this is the run that counts. So I placed number 17 out of 29. Not my best stage, but one of my better ones. I kind of start burning out near the end. We're getting into it. 60th percentile. So my stage points are 60. So that's from all the alphas and Charlies added up, I believe is that, or no, that would be the 92. My apologies. How many points I scored off of hit factor. So Hit factor, for those of you who don't know, which is that stat right there that says HF, is calculated by my points, so 92 divided by my time, which is 20.48. And they get that by adding up alphas. So for me, my alphas were 16 times 5. I don't have a calculator. I ain't going to do that. And then because each alpha is worth 5 points, so I got 16, so 16 times 5. And then Charlie's in minor power factor are 3 points. So that other 2 points, honestly, I think they're 3 points. So it'd be 3 times 4. Add that up, you get 92. And then my time, which you can see this gentleman here in the beanie is recording, was 20.48 seconds. So this one's really good. I honestly could have gone faster. That's like the biggest thing that you can see here. You want about 80% alphas. Like I was getting too many alphas, which means I can speed up. I can, stand to be a little more reckless. On that first drive, I had a hard time finding a dot, and that's something that everybody struggles with, a red dot. And then moving into position, my movement is still not great. I don't have great hand-eye coordination when it comes to my feet, or really feet-eye coordination. So moving into position, you're going to see me struggle a bit throughout this competition and finding my dot. Thankfully, I was saved by the bell, literally the steel, so I got to reshoot it. But let's see how I do.
Bye. The one big one on this side, the wind blows real hard, it'll blow it down too.
So what you can see here is like for that middle target up here, this one, I had to throw a makeup shot at it because I wasn't sure I hit it, which I am starting to get better. A strength I've been seeing in my shooting is I'm starting to understand when I hit a target and when I miss it. Usually when I take a makeup shot and we go down to score it, I needed that makeup shot. So I think that kind of hurt my time a bit, but was worth it in the end because I was able to just transition from this left target over here back to this right one. I think the biggest takeaways from this was kind of how I was stutter stepping over here. If I had ran and set myself in a good position, all I'd have to do is move my torso and my arms to like swing my pistol around here and engage all these targets. Instead, I had to take a step. I kind of had to jump over a bit. Wasn't a big fan of that. And then move over this way and shoot here. I think this was easy. Over here on the right, I kind of struggled to find my dot a bit, but I'd shot the stage before, so that was kind of a big advantage. But instead of dragging this video out, let's kind of move into the next one here. Let the video play.
He's our last one, right? Last shooter.
So this stage right here is the one I hate to get the fun out of the way quickly. Was the one I did the best on. I did 9 out of 29 people in carry optics, and I remember being 16th overall. I was very happy with this placing here. It was a super short stage. There were only 13 shots, as you can see. I got 12 alphas, 1 Charlie. My time wasn't bad, which is 16:55. My hit factor was a 3.8 off of the 63 points. I was 2 points away from perfect. Like possible points I could have gotten was 65, but with a lot of alphas, that means you can go faster. So you start here. There were some targets over here. Run up. There's a target off to the right, target off to the left, and they're 50% targets, so they're smaller targets. And then there are 2 paper and 1 steel here. We'll kind of look into it. This one, my movement was actually not bad, I don't think. I kind of didn't really have a good game plan for which one I was going to shoot first. So moving up, I kind of moved here, and I like stutter stepped a bit to shoot the 2 targets. But then getting into the prone, I was able to do that quickly, and I think that really set me ahead. But let's watch it.
1 foot on the outside, 1 foot on the inside. You have to step in the box before you start shooting.
because I usually shoot at packs.
Time stacks up.
I usually do their steel.
That was fun.
I'm trying to see how
My I shot my PCC on that one.
You can see here I'm kind of talking with the guy about basically where to start, and then I'm getting my dot. All right, let's get it.
I'm all about it. I usually, if I do 2, I bring this, and then I'll bring my 1911. I'll do single stack with this and just roll.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Okay.
So here you can see so you started straddling the red line, and you can't shoot outside of these red lines. So you just start 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You had to move that foot in and shoot these two. Once I shot these two, I was very slow to react to move up. I was really struggling to think about how I was going to do this. I think my original plan was to shoot this target from this back corner, but then I decided to run up, shoot that target, and shoot this one on the left. Really what I should have done is just sprinted up here. I was kind of slow off the jump. There was some hesitation in shooting these two, and I think that really could have taken me to the next level on this stage. And then getting into the prone was quick, I think efficient, and then kind of working from there. So moving on to the next stage. This one of my favorites. It's 4 shots on paper, and there's another paper target equal distance over here to the right. 1 shot on steel. However, you have to shoot the steel first or the paper first and then reload and go to the other target that you picked. So basically, what I decided to do is 4 paper here, reload, 1, 2, 3 steel. This one, number 13, another one of my really strong performances, 9 alphas, 2 charlies. I'm really happy with that. I don't think I could go any faster. Just need to work on another weakness in my game is double taps, and for this it's 4. I'm very slow on follow-on shots. My follow-on shots are really slow. You're going to see it here. It's going to feel slow, but this one, everybody's hit factor should have been pretty high. Mine's a 5.7, and I honestly was really happy with my reload, and I think that really set me apart here in my division, getting me in my top 50%, despite the fact that I don't got that trigger finger on me. So let's see.
Stand by. There you go. Nice. Very good. Nice. Make ready.
So as you can see there, I need to do a lot more build drills. And for those of you who don't know, it's 7 meters. Basically, you draw and you try to get 4 shots under a second, or you try to get splits of my splits between shots are one of my biggest areas of weakness. I'd say worse than finding my dot in anything. But that stage was really fun. As you can see, all these stages test something differently. That one, not as much movement, but more the reload. The reload could have been better, but it was, for the people who were at the competition, it was pretty strong. So now this stage, one of my favorites, I got 14 out of 29 in my carry optics division. 18 alphas, 1 Charlie. That means I could have gone faster. I mean, we sang that a bunch with a hit factor of 4.14 and a time of 22 seconds. Basically, what I'm going to do is start here. I'm going to be messing around with my dot for a bit. Run up this way. Get into position. Shoot these. I forget if there's targets over here to the right, so we'll see. But shoot these targets. Then somebody who was there, I think he's an A-class shooter, one of the better shooters, advised us to run here because you can run outside the shooting area. You just can't shoot. That'll obviously be a DQ. I'll take shots from here and then move here. And for me, the biggest downfall is movement again. So let's watch and kind of break it down a bit.
Back big as that. You got a video? Yeah. Peter, are you ready?
Do this one already?
Bye.
No, either mine.
Took a while to find my dot off the draw there. Movement into that position, honestly, not bad. Target transitions weren't bad there. The reload was really good. Really happy with it. So on that last one, we'll jump back a bit here. There were some over here. Finding my dot early on is what I struggle with, especially off the draw when you're standing, like I was standing facing this wall here, this mesh wall, and then pulling my pistol and then coming up on the dot. That needs to be drilled in dry fire. Of course, everything needs to be drilled in dry fire. You can always be better, to quote American Psycho. You know, be thinner, look better. Very American Psycho grind set there. But basically moving into positions, I was actually pretty happy with my movement. This one is, obviously we're getting warmer. We've shot a few stages by now. I definitely could have gone faster with my double taps. And then I think movement into position, I was one of the more quicker dudes, but maybe working that a bit in training. And since then, I've gone to the range, I think, 2-3 times since this competition. I think just twice. but I really have been trying to work moving into position and how to get set in position. And then from there in dry fire, I've been focusing on double taps. And I think that's the biggest thing, plus finding the red dot. All right. Here's where it kind of comes off the rails. 18 out of 29. So in carry optics, it's not bad, but I think my overall, it wasn't great. My hit factor, 3.8. Alpha's 10, Charlie's 2. Basically, the issue with this one is the leans on the right and left here. We had drilled it before this event, and I really struggled with the leaning. And it's something since then we've worked a lot. I don't know, it like hurts my spine. I'm not really great at it. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to run over here on the right, take shots. If there's one target here, there's a total of 6 targets, 2 shots per, so 12 total. You can get most of them from the middle here, and then 1 on this side, 1 on the left, 4 in the middle. I feel pretty confident with my 4 in the middle. It's just the leans, and we'll see how that goes.
It's good.
Some
I
people
always
out here
top
take
off my
it
magazines before I go, so that's what a lot of what my buddies catch on
like-
video.
It's okay about that. Yeah, it's in that class with it. Just be safe.
Shoot ready? Stand by.
Last one,
I actually go left. I surprised myself. See, I'm struggling there. Move into position. Could have been a little better. I start cooking in position. I think that's what saved my score a bit there. And then having a hard time finding my dot on that lean. Just really an awkward position for me personally. I don't know why I'm not that short. I'm 5'10". That's not really that short at all. I just think I have bad balance, I guess, and a bad center of balance, that kind of feet-eye coordination we were talking about. But this was definitely one of my 2 worst stages. And then near the end, I think maybe it's burnout. I don't really know what it was. And my buddies were talking smack. So this last stage, I kind of dropped the ball a bit. But this one, not bad. 14, 5, 5. In the middle, I was warm. I was feeling good. These middle 4 targets, I feel like I just smoked them. But it was just the leaning. And I think moving in and out of that position. And with that, that's just going to take targeted drills and time to work. But honestly, very happy about it. So let's move into the last stage.
trigger wrong. Yeah, it's not.
So this one, basically what I did, it wasn't great. You can see I got 2 deltas, 6 alphas, 6 charlies. It was 3 shots per target, 2 steal. So, or a steal on either side. So 6 shots on this side, plus a steal, 6 shots on this side, plus a steal. I think shooting 3 shots onto the target kind of threw me off a bit. I think that's why they do that. They kind of throw these, shots in here that are a little extra. But let's watch it. Basically what I have to do is run over here and then over here and kind of shoot off the sides. And my buddies were talking smack because I was beating them and they wanted me to, one of my buddies and I were close and I kind of got iced a bit.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, I must have self-destruct button. I must have pushed the self-destruct button on the safety. Shit.
Are you ready? Stand by.
You can see I lost my dot there. But honestly, moving from target to target, I don't really struggle with. And I don't think I missed any of the steal there. So overall, we're back at the beginning. Perfect. Looking at the overalls, not bad. I honestly had a blast. I learned a lot of my strengths and weaknesses. Hopefully watching you guys get here, or having you guys watch this, will give you an idea of what these competitions look like and give you a better idea of what I'm going to do or I need to improve in my thought process into that, and hopefully inspire you to set up some drills. The big 3 drills I would do after this competition, and I've already done a few of them, is moving into position. So a drill where I would set up 3 different positions, with just 1 target in each, and just working on setting my feet in each position. So starting in a stance in the first position, let's say, where I can move, basically every time I run into the position, I shoot in a stance in a way that helps me move into the next one. So I don't have to reset my feet and then start running to the next position. If that makes any sense, if I'm doing a good job at describing it. Loading my weight when I shoot. So all I have to do is, push off. Let's say I'm moving right to left, like in this first video I had to. Doing it so I could moving into this first position here and loading myself on my left foot to kind of spring off and, lift my right leg and just instantly run to this next position. And then when I'm shooting this way and I peek around this corner, loading up that left foot again so I can just push my right foot across my body and start running again. Normally when I get into these positions, I will have to like reset my feet. So like take kind of a stutter step back. That would be the first drill. The second drill, which I've done a ton of, is leaning. So setting up lines and a obstacle in the way where I have to, lean my body or stand balance on one foot, which is something I'm really starting to enjoy. It's balancing on one foot and shooting, and then running over to this other end and doing the same thing. 2 targets, low round count, maybe 4 shots per, and just repping that. I've been doing a lot of that. And then the third one is a build drill, just trying to get my splits in between shots faster and faster, or the classic 2-2-2 drill, which is not a terrible drill. But that kind of concludes this video. Sorry it's late, and sorry my thoughts are kind of scattered. It's been a minute since I've done the shooting competition. I am shooting another one in March, and I'm going to make a classic promise I can't keep of making a video reviewing that one. I'm definitely going to get footage of it. It's just, it depends on when I get to recording the video. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.